Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing really well. So today I have a really exciting video because I was recently sent something absolutely amazing for my home and I'm just really excited to share it with you. So today I'm doing a review on ScentAir's Whisper White Home Diffuser. It comes in loads of different colours, but I've chosen a white one because that's my whole aesthetic for my home. White, fluffy, light and airy. And this is honestly a game changer if you just love home fragrance, if you love your home to have like a signature scent or a seasonal scent even. And this is very exciting because you can do so much with this piece of tech and it looks really nice, it's very sleek, it's very modern, and you can also do lots of stuff with it, which I'll get into in a second. So I'm going to show you it, I'm going to unbox it together, and we'll also switch it on together. So if you're thinking about buying one of these, definitely stay tuned, watch this video, because you're going to basically see the whole process of how it works, the different fragrances that are available, and what it's all about. So when you choose your Whisper Home Diffuser from ScentAir, you choose the colour and then you also choose a cartridge pod that goes inside it. So the main diffuser comes in a big box because this is a big piece of equipment, but it's gonna fit in like a space like a living room. You could even put it in like your kitchen if you wanted to, but I think it goes really good in like a living room or like a dressing room particularly well. So that's where I'm going to have it. I'll probably move it between rooms just to see like where I prefer it. And like I was saying, I chose white because that's like the vibe I'm going for. And it's very exciting because, ta-da! So it looks like this. I'll just take it out of the plastic packaging. And what you basically do is you open it up, which I will do. It's got all the cables and plugs and stuff on the top at the moment. But then you put your pod in there and you can choose the intensity of the fragrance which comes out of this. So if you've ever been somewhere like Disneyland and absolutely loved the smell of like the hotel that you stayed in or different parts of the park, that's because ScentAir actually do fragrance solutions for big businesses and organisations like Disneyland. So if you've ever been there, you're like, oh, the park smells so good in this particular area. It's because ScentAir has created the aromas for it. And they now do solutions for homes and offices as well, so on a smaller scale, and you can bring some of that magic to your own home, which I think is really lovely. If you want like a really nice fresh scent, which is what I wanted, I chose this pod here. So this one here is the white tea and thyme fragrance, and it smells really nice. Even though it's still in the plastic, I can smell this so strong, and I've actually had this product for a couple of weeks, and even though it's in the plastic, this is still just as intense as it was on the day that I unboxed it. And with this as well, you can basically choose the intensity of the fragrance that you want it to have. So if you want it to have kind of like a low level diffusing a fragrance consistently, you can easily do that. Or if you want like a pow, lots of fragrance all at once because you've got guests coming around, then you can do that as well. So you can control it all via the app and send like a message to it, so to speak, via Bluetooth, and it helps it to just diffuse at the level you want. So I'm going to be getting the app to use this. And yeah, you can basically control it remotely, which I think is very high tech and very like futuristic. And it looks like a little robot, which I think is very cute. So yeah, we're going to basically try it out. Like I was saying, I got the fresh scent that's in white tea and thyme, but there's so many different ones. I could have easily chosen like so many different ones, but this one I was like, I think I'm guaranteed to love, and I do. They had a really nice one called Amalfi Coast, and it's inspired by the Italian coastline, and that would smell lovely because I think it was mixed with like lemon and like fresh things like that. They also had some seasonal scents as well. So at Christmas, you can get one that's specifically like sort of cinnamony and orangey and like got aromas that are like traditional for the festive season. And there's just so many to choose from. You can get ones that are like vanilla-y and they've got like lots of sweet notes in. Whatever you want, they have it, and there's lots to choose from. At its strongest intensity, if you pop it on, it'll last 30 days at its like strongest. If you do it on like kind of a more low level, diffuse level, then it can last for a lot longer. I'm going to be using this on a more sort of low level, diffuse level, so I can have like more of a gradual aromaing. And then if I'm gonna get guests around, I might just like use the app and via Bluetooth request it to like go on like a stronger for about an hour before they arrive. And that's how I'm gonna do it. So I'm very excited because we are gonna unbox this properly, take off the plastic and actually switch it on. I've been waiting to do this in the video, so I'm very excited to see how it is. And then also I can kind of decide where I'm gonna put it in my home as well. So we'll try it in some different places. So it also does come with a manual, which is really good because I'm going to have a little look in this and just make sure that I'm setting it up correctly, because apparently it just walks you through the setting up of the device, changing the fragrance cartridge, because when you need to change it, obviously it's good to do that completely correctly, and also controlling your ScentAir Whisper Home through the app and stuff. Yes, so basically it's got like a 12-volt power supply, the diffuser, and then optional horizontal feet. Oh, didn't know it had that. So you can basically stand it on something as well. Okay, I'm gonna have a little look in this, and then once I know exactly what I'm doing, we'll come back and I'll switch it on. Okay, so these are all the different pieces that come with the ScentAir. So it's got like the thing you plug in, like the plug, and then these little bits, and then obviously this will become more clear to me once I've like tried to set it up, but yeah, it's got all these like little parts. So we're gonna attempt to assemble it properly now and take this out of the packaging and switch it on. Okay, so we're just gonna take this out of the plastic, because apparently what you do is just pop it in the top. I think it's quite self-explanatory really, but we're gonna just pop it in. Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to put it in like the same direction as this is facing. Wow, when it's not in the plastic, it's even stronger. It's actually so amazing. That's going to last for ages. Okay, so that's in. And then you just put the lid that you pop off back on the top. And it's got 2 magnetic closing points. Like so. And then plug, I believe, goes in somewhere around the bottom section of it. Okay, so this cabley bit just goes in kind of like underneath here, if that kind of makes any sense. 1 second. Just pop this bit of the cable through under here, and then the wire comes out on this section, and then that's how it's plugged in. Ta-da! And she's on. Amazing. So I basically just plugged it in at the back and switched it on, and now this is the manual mode. So as soon as you switch it on, it'll come on in the manual setting. So that means it basically just comes on and diffuses in its natural state. Okay, so that's basically it. That's set up. So you can set it to low, medium or high for the amount of fragrance that you want to be diffused out of it. Mine's currently on low, so that means it'll run for 40-second increments, a total of 10 minutes per hour. Pause LED will blink once. So you can have it different. You can have it run for 1 minute 20-second increments, a total of 20 minutes an hour, or high, so it'll run for 2-minute increments and a total of 30 minutes per hour. But honestly, I really think that if you put it on low, you'll have your fragrance last for the most amount of time, and your home will still smell beautiful and still really like fragrant. So you don't need to put it on super high if you don't want to. You'll still get all the benefits. And it looks really nice and sleek. As you can see, it's currently on my dressing table. And yeah, lovely. It actually sits there perfectly. I may move it. So instead of being here, it goes here. But I actually quite like it where it is right now. So yeah, that's basically it. And it looks fab, and it matches really nicely as well with this nice sleek white appearance. Okay, so there we have it. There is my review of the ScentAir Whisper White Home Diffuser. I love it. I feel like it looks great. It smells great. And it's a really nice addition to my home. I feel like it's definitely something which is going to add a lot of ambience, because it's got the lovely fragrance, has like a nice light on it as well, which I love a bit of mood lighting. So it's got that on it, and it also just like means that you kind of always have a freshness to your home. So, you know, after you've like done your cleaning and stuff and it smells like lovely, well, you want that fresh vibe to like last all week until you do your next big clean. And I feel like this helps that to happen. So if you've been inspired, I'm going to leave all the links down below for you. So there'll be links directly to the Whisper White Home Diffuser, the exact fragrance pod that I've got, and also to some other ones I think are really good as well. So do check them out. And I've also done a YouTube short on the unboxing as well, so if you want to check that out, you can as well. It's just on my shorts page. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun filming it, and I'm really excited to have this lovely gadget in my home. And I'll see you again very soon in a brand new video. Bye!